This is a story about my trip to Bolivia in the summer of 2012 with some of my classmates from my Spanish class. This trip taught me a lot and I would love to go back sometime. We chose to go to Bolivia because my teacher had lived down there for several years and she wanted to show us what it was like being in another culture. This was also a great opportunity to practice our Spanish we had learned. Here we are in the airport waiting to take off. We flew from Omaha to Florida, down to La Paz, and finally into the LaGuardia Airport in Santa Cruz. This is Santa Cruz from the air as we were coming in. It has different sections, and overall it is the largest city in Bolivia. This is a picture of the first hotel that we stayed in for the first few days in Santa Cruz. Many of the hotels have multiple buildings, and all of the doors open to the middle area, which here was an outdoor pool. This is the church in the city square. It is the middle of Santa Cruz, and there's also a park here. The major roads are laid out in rings around the city square. Along the sidewalks there are many peddlers selling watches, sunglasses, clothes, and many other things. This picture shows a typical street with fruit stands and little shops. This is an open shop or a mini grocery store along the street. They sometimes even have mini fridges to hold milk and other items that need to be kept cold. One thing I found quite interesting was that they keep their flour, sugars, and rice in big bags, and you scoop out however much you want into smaller bags. This is part of a very large market which had everything from the meat you see here to fruit, flour, toys, and many other things. This was an eye-opener for me, seeing all of the meat just sitting out on the counters. As you can see, Bolivians don't have too many rules when it comes to driving. Stop signs, lines on the road, and oversized loads don't mean much in Bolivia. This is the Bolivian way to haul cattle. It was common to see animals being carried in trucks or in the back of pickups. This is when we were on our way to Loma Alta from Santa Cruz. The roads out there are horrible, as you can see. We saw a few people that were stuck and trying to dig their truck out of the mud. This picture is of the house that we stayed in while we were in Loma Alta. Most of the houses have fences around them, which for the most part is to keep animals out of the yard. The boards are to make sure animals don't get into the yard through the gate. This school in Loma Alta is for kindergarten through 12th grade. All of the doors of the rooms go to the outside because it stays warm there all year round. They have school during our summer. This is a typical Bolivia house. They are quite small, have tile roofs, and sometimes don't even have doors. You can see here the clothes hanging out on the fence. There are still some people that live in this type of structure, but more people are beginning to have homes with clay tile roofs. This is actually a barn for the animals. It's common to see pigs and other animals roaming on the roads. Each person knows which animal is his, even though they roam throughout the town. This is an oven where we saw while touring some homes. This house had the kitchen outside under a separate little hut. The chickens and dogs also use this hut as their home. Back in Santa Cruz, there are many canals and bridges in Santa Cruz that homeless people live in. You'd often see people's clothing or a few belongings in the canal. This is Dallas, Texas, which was our second to last stop on our way home. We were thinking we might have to stay in the airport overnight because our flight left without us, but we made it on another one and still got back to Omaha late that night. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video and learning a little bit about Bolivia. Thanks for watching.